Oh, hey, Basement Tapes 85. Here we go. We have made it into the 60s, folks, and we have made it back to baseball. Baseball, you say, that is kind of the root chord of all this beautiful music we call card collecting. It really did get us, most of us, involved in this obscene habit and hobby of collecting cards. Let's talk a little bit about 1960, right? 1960, and you expect me to talk about a certain set. I'm not there yet, but this is a quintessential type card for me. It's the 1960 Braves Lake to Lake baseball card series. I have one of these cards. It is the Chuck Cartier. And but let's read a little bit more about this, if you will. Join me. Beckett OPG says the cards in this 28 card set measure 2.5 by 3.25, a little smaller than our standard size. The 1960 Lake to Lake set of unnumbered blue tinted cards features the Milwaukee Braves players only. For some reason, this set of Braves does not include Eddie Matthews. The cards were issued on milk cartons by Lake to Lake Dairy. Most cards have staple holes in the upper right corner. The backs are in red and give details and prizes associated with the card promotion. Cards with staple holes can be considered very good to excellent at best. Check this out, folks. The card catalog designation for this set is F102-1. And if I go to my handy little index here, the F cards are food inserts. I should have remembered that, but I didn't remember that. 28 cards, average value $48.39, $1,355. Total value, according to Beckett, $600 to $1,200 for a set of these 28 Milwaukee Braves cards. And you can imagine what the big ones are. I'm sure Henry Louis Aaron and Warren Ulysses Spahn are the top two. Not sure who number 3 would be, but let's take a look here. Again, unnumbered cards in this set. So Hank Aaron, pretty big hitter here, and then Bill Bruton, card number 4. So that surprises me. Top 3 are Hank Aaron, Bill Bruton, and Ray Boone. Warren Spahn is the 4th most valuable one, according to Beckett OPG. Let's get over to TCDB, 1960 Lake to Lake Dairy Milwaukee Braves, 2.5 by 3.25, 28 cards total. Teams depicted: the Milwaukee Braves. The Hank Aaron card's gorgeous, by the way. Hall of Famers in here: Hank Aaron, Red Schoendienst, and Warren Spahn, champions all. Let's look at the sell sheets and the ads. Hey, kids, Milwaukee Braves trading cards on every half gallon of Lake to Lake homogenized milk, and you can get valuable Braves prizes. 20 cards earned you a Braves pen and pencil set. 40 cards earned you a Braves cap, boys or girls. 60 cards earned you an autographed Braves baseball. And 100 cards, and you get 2 tickets to a Braves game. There's an asterisk involved there. We'll get to that at the bottom. Save your cards and take them to your nearest Lake to Lake office or send them in through the Lake to Lake driver. You will receive your prize and your cards will be punched and returned to you. Save the full team of Wisconsin's favorites, the Milwaukee Braves, build big league strength and northeastern Wisconsin's favorite, Lake to Lake, grade A homogenized milk. Drink four full glasses every day, one for breakfast, one for lunch, one for supper, and one while you're listening to the Braves game. Gosh darn it. Be a champion. Drink Lake to Lake homogenized milk and save Braves trading cards for valuable prizes. Asterisk is offer expires June 30th, 1960. For goodness sake, it's Lake to Lake. A Lake to Lake sports promotion of 2 outstanding Wisconsin products, Lake to Lake grade A homogenized milk and the Milwaukee Braves. So there you have it. That's a pretty sexy little ad sheet right there. And of course, there is the card appears to have been on the top part of the, I guess you would call that the pitched roof of a old sized milk carton. Trivia questions here. Cards were originally issued by being styled to milk cartons. They were redeemable for prizes like pen and pencil sets and Braves tickets. When sent in for redemption, The cards had a hole punched in the quarter. Imagine your dad was a lake-to-lake milkman or woman. If your dad was a milk woman, that would be disgusting. But imagine if your parents drove milk trucks and you'd come home every day with punched out cards and stuff like that. Pretty cool. So let's look at the gallery. We'll go through all 28 of these. Hank Aaron, no numbered, of course. Hank looks great. He looks very young. He's a champion right there, most likely. Wonderful old Braves uniforms. Hey, kids, dad and mom, too. You can get valuable prizes. Save these cards, take them to your nearest lake office, or send them in through the lake-to-lake driver. Of course, it goes over the same kind of things, but I'll do it again anyway. 20 cards earns you a Braves pen and pencil set. 40 cards earns you a Braves caps, boys or girls. 60 cards earns you an autographed Braves baseball. 100 cards earns 2 tickets to a Braves game. You will receive the prize indicated, and your cards will be punched and returned to you. Lake-to-Lake offices at 1606 Erie Avenue, Sheboygan, 1313 Franklin Street, Manitowoc, and then just Sturgeon Bay. Punch card here, back the Braves, and Lake-to-Lake. Offer expires June 30th, 1960. So again, blue tint, Chief Wahoo there, Joe Adcock, of course, number 2, Ray Boone, Bill Bruton, Bob Poole, Lou Burdett, Chuck Cottier, Wes Covington, Del Crandall, Charlie Dressen's the manager. All the backs are the same, by the way. Red ink on kind of a beige or cream background. Bob Giggy, that sounds like a fun name. Joey J, Johnny Logan, Felix Mantilla, Lee May with an E, Don McMahon, and George Myatt. He's a coach. Andy Pafko is a coach. Of course, he was card number 1 in the 1952 top set. Juan Pizarro, Mel Roach, the infielder. Bob Rush is a pitcher. He looks like he's about 65 years old. Bob Sheffing he's a coach. And Red Shandy's always looked 80, and he's second baseman. Warren Spahn, pitcher. Warren Spahn looks like he's had his proboscis reduced in that picture. Al Spangler's an outfielder. Frank Torrey, brother of Joe, proud first baseman. Carl Willie, pitcher. And Whitlow Wyatt rounding out card number 28 in your 1960 Lake-to-Lake Dairy Milwaukee Braves. This is an F-type card, and we'll be seeing more of those, or maybe we won't, because I think Jefferson Burdick is about to wrap up his work for us in the American Card Catalog. So let's enjoy it while we can. Basement Tapes 85, the 1960 Lake-to-Lake Dairy Milwaukee